My brother got my wife pregnant. When my parents found out, they looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Family sticks together." So I ghosted every single one of them. I sent one final group text that read, "I hope the baby looks like betrayal." Then I blocked them all. Now they are harassing my lawyer with apologies. I am a renewable energy consultant. 31 years old. Good money, steady work, the kind of job where you solve actual problems instead of pushing papers around a desk. 6 years ago I married Colette. She is a physical therapist. Smart, driven, the kind of woman who makes you feel like you have got your crap together just by being around her. We had a plan. Career first, then kids. Standard playbook, except 18 months ago we started trying for that kid and nothing happened. Not a big deal at first. These things take time, right? But month after month, negative test after negative test, it started weighing on us. Mostly on her. Colette threw herself into research, tracking cycles, changing diets, all of it. I supported her. What else was I supposed to do? My little brother Wesley is 27. Personal trainer, good-looking guy, always had that easy charm that made people gravitate toward him. Growing up, I was the one who kept him out of trouble. Helped him pay for his certifications when he wanted to open his own training business. Co-signed the lease on his gym space because his credit was shot after his marriage fell apart. Yeah, Wesley got divorced 3 months ago. Messy situation. His ex cleaned him out, took half of everything, left him sleeping on our couch for a few weeks while he got back on his feet. Colette did not mind. He is family. She said he needs us right now, so Wesley became a fixture. Dinner at our place 3-4 times a week, showing up on weekends to help with yard work or fix the fence. He and Colette started going to the same gym. Made sense. He is a trainer. She is into fitness. They would text about workout routines, share meal prep ideas. I was happy they got along. Seriously, I work long hours, travel occasionally for site assessments. It was nice knowing Colette had company when I was not around, but about 6 weeks ago I started noticing things, small things. Colette's phone was always face down on the counter. She would get a text, glance at it, smile, then flip it over fast when I walked in. When I asked who it was, she would say just work stuff or my mom. Wesley started leaving the moment I got home. Used to stick around for a beer. Shoot the crap. Now it was all, "Oh hey." Did not realize the time. Got to run. They had inside jokes I was not part of. References I did not understand. Once I asked what they were laughing about and Colette waved me off. You had to be there. I told myself I was being paranoid. Work stress, fertility stress, my imagination filling in gaps that did not exist. But then last Thursday happened. I had a meeting scheduled in the afternoon with a developer 2 hours north. Big project, months of prep. I left the house at noon. Told Colette I would be back late. Except the developer's kid got sick. Meeting canceled. I got the call halfway there and turned around. I got home at 3:30. Wesley's truck was not in the driveway. Colette's car was. The house was quiet. I walked inside, dropped my bag by the door and headed to the kitchen to grab water. That is when I saw it. Colette's iPad on the kitchen counter, still unlocked, screen facing up, and there in bright blue text bubbles was my brother's name at the top of a message thread I was never supposed to see. I did not pick up the iPad right away. I stood there for maybe 10 seconds staring at it. My brother's name, a message preview I could partially see. Cannot stop thinking about last night. My hand was steady when I reached for it. The thread loaded. I scrolled up. 6 months of messages. 6 months. I am not going to lie, the first dozen messages made my stomach drop. Explicit stuff. The kind of text you send someone you are sleeping with. But I kept scrolling and it got worse because this was not just love making. Wesley, 4:43 p.m. I love you. I mean it. Not just saying it. Colette, 4:52 p.m. I know, I love you too. This is real. Wesley, when are we telling people? Colette, soon. Just need the right moment. He has been so distracted with work lately. Barely even notices I exist. I scrolled faster. Wesley, sometimes I feel bad. He is my brother, Colette. He will understand eventually. We cannot help how we feel. Wesley. Yeah. And honestly, you are way too good for him anyway. Colette, stop. Smiley face emoji. But you are not wrong. They were joking about me. Not guilt, not regret jokes. I kept scrolling, months of it, planning meetups while I was at work, talking about how easy it was because I trusted them. How I was always buried in solar panels and site reports. Then I hit the message from 2 weeks ago. Colette, I took the test this morning. Wesley and Colette positive. 8 weeks. Wesley, holy crap, we are really doing this. Colette, we are. I am scared but excited. This is our baby. Wesley, have you thought about names? Colette, I love Juniper for a girl or Holden for a boy. Wesley. Juniper. I like that. Sounds strong. Colette, we need to tell him soon. And your parents? Wesley. Anniversary dinner is in 2 weeks. Big family thing. We could do it then. Colette. Perfect. Everyone will be there. Rip the band-aid off. I read that exchange 3 times. My wife pregnant with my brother's kid, planning to announce it at my parents' anniversary dinner like it was some kind of celebration. I should have felt something right. Rage, betrayal, the urge to smash the iPad against the wall, storm upstairs, scream until my voice gave out, but I felt nothing. Just cold, just clarity. I opened the camera app on my phone and started taking screenshots. Every message, every photo they had sent each other, every plan, every joke, every I love you. I scrolled back to the beginning 6 months ago, right after Wesley's divorce finalized, and worked my way forward, methodical, thorough. When I was done, I airdropped everything to my laptop in the office. Then I uploaded it all to a cloud drive. Then I copied it to an external hard drive I keep in my desk drawer. 3 backups, redundant, bulletproof. I checked the time. 4:15. Colette was probably upstairs. I could hear the shower running. I scrolled to the most recent message. Wesley, 2:37 p.m. He left for his meeting. I'm heading out. Miss you already, Colette. 2:51 p.m. Miss you more. See you tomorrow at the gym. Kissing face emoji. Wesley would not miss it. I put the iPad back exactly where I found it. Screen still on angle, unchanged. Then I walked upstairs. The shower shut off as I reached the bedroom. Colette stepped out, towel wrapped around her hair, dripping. She smiled when she saw me. Hey babe, I thought you would be late. I kissed her forehead. Finished early. Developer's kid got sick. Meeting rescheduled. Oh no, that sucks. She walked to the closet, started pulling out clothes. You hungry? I was thinking of ordering something. Sure. Whatever you want. She turned, gave me that look, the one that used to make me feel like the luckiest guy alive. You okay? You seem quiet. I smiled, just tired. Long week. Well, relax. I will take care of dinner. I nodded, sat on the edge of the bed, watched her get dressed, and for the next 2 weeks, I played the role of a lifetime, the oblivious husband. Those 2 weeks were the easiest acting job I have ever done. I came home every night, asked Colette about her day, laughed at her stories, kissed her goodbye in the mornings, told her I loved her. I said it like I meant it, because for 2 weeks I needed her to believe absolutely nothing had changed. Wesley came over for dinner twice that first week. I shook his hand, asked about the gym, listened to him talk about his new clients, his business goals. He even asked to borrow $200 for equipment repairs. I Venmo'd him right there at the table. Thanks man. I will get you back next month. No rush. Family, right? He smiled. Colette smiled. I smiled under the table. My phone was open to the cloud drive with 6 months of evidence. They got sloppy. That is what happens when you think you have won. Colette stopped hiding her phone as much. She would text Wesley right in front of me. Just tilted it slightly away, assuming I would not notice. I noticed everything. One night Wesley showed up unannounced. I was in the garage organizing tools. I heard his truck. Heard him knock. Heard Colette open the door. Hey you. Hey yourself. I walked around the corner just as they separated from a hug that lasted 3 seconds too long. Wes, did not know you were coming by. Yeah, was in the neighborhood. Thought I would say hi. Want a beer? Nah, I should get going. Just wanted to drop this off. He handed Colette a protein powder container. That brand you wanted. Got an extra one at the supplier. Aw, thanks. You did not have to. Anything for you. He caught himself, glanced at me. For you guys. You know what I mean. I smiled. Appreciate it, man. He left 5 minutes later. Colette went upstairs. I opened the protein powder container in the kitchen. There was a folded note inside, counting down the days until we do not have to pretend anymore. I love you. I took a photo of it, put the note back, sealed the container. While Colette played her role, I played mine. I called a divorce attorney. Not the family guy everyone uses. Someone 3 towns over. Someone discreet. Paid the retainer in cash. Brought the evidence on a thumb drive. She looked at it for 10 minutes. This is airtight. Infidelity intent. Premeditation. You have a prenup. Yeah. Ironclad. Separate assets. Infidelity clause. Then this will be fast. She will not get anything. The house my name only. I bought it 2 years before we got married. Good. Anything joint. Just one checking account for bills. I will handle that. When do you want to file? Not yet. I will let you know. I opened a new solo checking account. Transferred my half of the joint account out. Left exactly her half in. Changed my direct deposit. Updated my passwords on everything. Bank, email, insurance, streaming services. I pulled out my will from the file cabinet. Old one named Colette as beneficiary with Wesley as secondary. I drafted a new one on my laptop. Beneficiaries, 2 childhood friends, a cousin I actually trust. I did not file it yet, but I had it ready. Then I waited. The anniversary dinner was on Saturday. 40 years of marriage for my parents. Fancy Italian place downtown. Private room. Whole family invited. I bought them a gift card. Colette wore a blue dress. I told her she looked beautiful. She did. We drove there together. My parents were already seated when we arrived. Mom hugged us both. Dad shook my hand, kissed Colette's cheek. So glad you could make it. Where is Wesley? He is coming, Colette said, running a little late. We sat down. Appetizers came. Conversation flowed. Work, weather, neighborhood gossip. Mom asked about our baby plans. Colette glanced at me. Actually, we have been meaning to talk to you about that. Oh, let us wait until Wesley gets here, I said. 15 minutes later, Wesley walked in, apologized for being late, sat down next to Colette directly across from me. I watched them. They kept catching each other's eyes. Little smiles, nervous energy. My mother noticed too, but she did not look confused. She looked excited. Entree arrived. We ate. Dad told stories about when he and Mom first got married. Everyone laughed at the right moments. Then, as dessert plates were cleared, Wesley stood up, cleared his throat. Everyone, Colette and I have an announcement. My mother, his hand flew to her chest, but not in shock. In anticipation, that is when I knew. They all knew. Wesley kept standing. Colette stood up next to him, took his hand. My father sat down his wine glass. Wesley looked at me first, then at our parents. This is not easy to say. But Colette and I, we have fallen in love. My mother smiled. Actually smiled. We have been seeing each other for a while now, Colette added. Her voice was shaking, but not from fear, from excitement, and we are going to have a baby. My father exhaled, reached over and squeezed my mother's hand. We know this is complicated, Wesley continued, but we wanted everyone to know. We are committed to each other. This is real. I sat there silent, watching. My mother stood up, walked around the table, hugged Wesley, hugged Colette. Oh, sweetheart, we are so happy for you both. My father raised his glass. Love works in mysterious ways. What matters is that you are both happy. And that baby, he paused, looked at me for the first time. That baby is going to be a blessing to this family. I still had not moved. Wesley sat back down. Colette sat too, right next to him now instead of next to me. My mother returned to her seat, dabbing her eyes with a napkin. Happy tears. Then she turned to me. Honey, I know this is a lot to process. I looked at her, said nothing. We have suspected for a while now, my father added. Notice the way they looked at each other. Your mother and I talked about it. These things happen. It is nobody's fault. Nobody's fault. The important thing, my mother continued, is that we work through it as a family. We stick together. That is what we have always done. Colette reached across the table toward me. I looked at her hand like it was something rotting. She pulled it back. I never meant to hurt you, she said. Her eyes were wet. Neither of us did. It just happened. Things like this do not just happen, I said. First words I had spoken since Wesley stood up. Everyone went quiet. They do, Wesley said. I know you are angry. I am not angry. My voice was flat. Calm. Wesley blinked. Then what? I looked around the table. At my parents, at my wife, at my brother. You all knew, I said. My mother opened her mouth. Sweetheart, how long? Silence. How long? My father cleared his throat. Your mother noticed about a month ago. She mentioned it to me. We decided to let them tell us when they were ready. A month. They had known for a month and said nothing. I looked at Colette. When were you going to tell me? Or were you just going to let me figure it out when the kid popped out looking like him? That is not fair, Wesley said. Fair. I laughed. Once. Short. You are sleeping with my wife and I am the one being unfair. Do not make this ugly, my father said. We are trying to handle this with grace. Grace. Yes. Family forgives. Family moves forward. He leaned toward me. That baby is going to need all of us, including you. You will always be uncle. Stop. My mother reached for my hand. I pulled away. Honey, please. Let us talk about this like adults. You are hurt and you have every right to be. But that baby did not ask for any of this. Neither did Wesley or Colette. Sometimes love, just love. I stood up. You think this is love? Colette stood too. It is. I know you do not want to hear that, but it is the truth. I love him and he loves me and I am sorry. I really am. But I cannot change how I feel. You are having his baby. Yes. While married to me. Yes. And you all expect me to what? Play uncle, show up to birthdays. Pretend this is normal. My father stood. We expect you to be the man we raised. To understand that life is messy. To put family first. Family first. I looked at Wesley. He met my eyes. There was guilt there, but not enough. Not nearly enough. Say something, he said. I picked up my napkin, folded it, placed it on the table. Then I grabbed my jacket from the back of the chair. Where are you going? My mother asked. I did not answer. Honey, please. We need to talk about this. Sit down. Let us work through. I walked toward the door. Wesley called after me. Bro, come on. Do not be like this. I stopped, turned, looked at him, then at Colette, then at my parents, and I walked out. I heard my mother say something, heard chairs scraping, heard Colette's voice calling my name. I did not stop. I got in my car, drove home, and for the next 48 hours I became a ghost. I drove home, parked in the driveway, walked inside. The house was empty. Colette was still at the restaurant, probably crying to my parents, probably being comforted by Wesley. I went to my office, opened my laptop. My phone started ringing 20 minutes later. Colette, I let it go to voicemail. It rang again. Wesley voicemail. My mother. My father. Wesley again. Colette again. I turned the ringer off. Text messages flooded in. Mom, please talk to us. We love you. Wesley. Bro, I know you are upset, but we need to talk. Colette, where are you? I am worried. Please come back. Dad, this is not how we handle things. Call your mother. I set the phone face down on the desk. Then I got to work. First the will. I opened the document I had already drafted. Changed the beneficiaries removed. Wesley removed. My parents added 2 friends from college, who actually gave a crap about me, and a cousin who lived out of state. I saved it, printed it, signed it, sealed it in an envelope. Second, passwords. I went through every account, bank, email, utilities, streaming services, cloud storage, changed every single one, enabled 2-factor authentication on everything. Third, finances. I logged into the joint checking account. My half was already moved. Colette's half sat untouched. I took screenshots showing the split was fair. Then I removed my name from the account entirely. I was not taking anything that was not mine, but I was not leaving anything behind either. Fourth, mail. I went to the USPS website. Set up forwarding to a P.O. box I had opened 3 days ago. Fifth, my lawyer. I sent her an email. File the papers. Send them to her next week. I will be unreachable after tomorrow. My phone kept buzzing. More texts, more calls. I ignored all of it. By midnight I had packed 2 duffel bags, clothes, laptop, documents, everything I actually needed. The rest was just stuff. I slept in the guest room. Colette came home around 1 in the morning. I heard her crying in the bedroom. Heard her walk to the guest room door. She knocked. Please, can we just talk? I said nothing. She stood there for 5 minutes. Then she went back to the bedroom. The next day, Sunday, I did not leave the guest room. I heard her moving around the house. Heard her on the phone. Heard Wesley's voice at one point, probably FaceTime. More calls, more texts. Mom, this silent treatment is childish. We raised you better than this. Wesley, I get it. You need space, but you cannot ignore us forever. Colette, I am not leaving until you talk to me. I live here too. I opened my laptop, pulled up a new message. Group text. Added every number. Mom, Dad, Wesley, Colette. I typed slowly, carefully. I hope the baby looks like betrayal, because that is all any of you will ever see in the mirror. I stared at it for 10 minutes. Then I hit send. The responses came immediately. I did not read them. I blocked. My mother is number blocked. My father is number blocked. Wesley is number blocked. Colette's number went to my email, blocked them all there too. Social media, blocked every platform. I grabbed my duffel bags, walked downstairs. Colette was in the kitchen. Where are you going? I walked past her. Stop. You cannot just leave. We need to figure this out. I opened the front door. I said stop. I turned, looked at her. You will get the divorce papers next week. Do not contact me. Do not come looking for me. We are done. You cannot mean that. I do. What about the house? What about our stuff? What about the house is mine? You have 30 days to move out. After that I am changing the locks. Her face went white. You cannot do that. I have rights. Check the deed. My name, only mine. I bought it before we got married. You have no claim. I stepped outside. This is insane. She shouted. You are throwing away everything because you are hurt. Because your ego cannot handle. I closed the door, got in my car, drove to a corporate apartment building across town, the kind of place where you pay month to month, no questions asked. I had already put down a deposit 2 days ago. I unloaded my bags, sat on the empty couch in the unfurnished living room. My phone, new number activated that morning, sat silent on the coffee table. No messages, no calls, just quiet. I closed my eyes. For the first time in 2 weeks I felt like I could breathe. My lawyer called me 3 days later. They will not stop contacting my office. Your mother, your father, your brother, your wife, sorry, soon to be ex-wife. They are desperate to talk to you. They are calling 10 times a day, sending emails. Your mother even showed up here yesterday. She did, yes. My assistant had to ask her to leave. She is claiming you have had a breakdown, that you need help. I do not. I know, but they are not going to stop trying. I asked her one question. Do I legally have to respond? No. Then tell them to lose my number. 3 weeks later my lawyer called again. Divorce is finalized. Judge signed off this morning. That fast. Prenup plus documented infidelity. She did not even fight it. Her lawyer advised her not to. What did she get? Nothing. Well, her personal belongings. Her car. That is it. No alimony, no assets, no claim to the house. Clean break. Good. There is more. Your brother has been trying to reach me, says he wants to make things right. Asked if there is any amount of money that would. No, that is what I told him. He did not take it well. I almost laughed. Anything else? Your mother has left 14 voicemails. Your father sent a registered letter to my office. It is sitting on my desk if you want it. I do not. Understood. Oh, and one more thing. Apparently your brother is gym closed. Could not make rent. I heard through a mutual contact. I did not ask for details. Did not need them. Wesley as Jim had been hanging by a thread. He had built it on borrowed money and blind optimism. When I co-signed his lease, I bailed him out. When I gave my 60-day notice to the landlord before the dinner, I had pulled that safety net. He did that to himself. I just stopped catching him. Thanks for the update, I said. You are welcome. And for what it is worth, you handled this better than most people would have. I hung up. That afternoon I went to the DMV, changed my address, officially updated my license, got new plates. I opened a new phone plan under a company account. Different number, different carrier. I deleted every social media profile I had. Not deactivated, deleted. Then I started building something new. My job did not change. I was good at what I did and my boss did not care about my personal life. I took on 2 new projects, traveled to sites in other states. Spent long days solving problems that actually had solutions. I found a therapist not because I was broken but because I wanted to process everything without turning into someone bitter. She asked me in our second session if I felt guilty. No. Angry. Not anymore. What do you feel? I thought about it. Relief. She nodded. That is healthy. I reconnected with old friends, guys I had lost touch with over the years. We grabbed beers, watched games, talked about normal crap, work, hobbies, nothing heavy. One of them asked about Colette. We split. Sorry, man. Do not be. He did not push. I appreciated that. I started running again. Something I used to do before life got complicated. Early mornings, empty streets, just me and the pavement. It cleared my head. I even went on a few dates. Nothing serious, just coffee conversations, seeing what was out there. One woman asked why I got divorced. Irreconcilable differences, I said. She laughed. That is the polite version. Yeah, fair enough. My lawyer called one last time 2 months after the divorce finalized. They are still trying. Your mother has hired someone to track you down. Private investigator. I think she wants to know where you are living. Can she do that? Technically yes. But I doubt she will find anything useful. You have covered your tracks. Well, if she does find me, you are not legally obligated to speak to her or anyone. Restraining order is an option if it escalates. It will not. How do you know? Because they are not looking for me. They are looking for forgiveness. Silence on the other end, and I am not giving it to them, I said. Another month passed. I heard through a former coworker that Colette had the baby. A girl, healthy, no complications. I felt nothing, not anger, not sadness, not curiosity, just nothing. The coworker asked if I wanted to see pictures. No, you sure? I mean, it is still kind of your. It is not. He dropped it. I moved out of the corporate apartment. Found a real place. 1 bedroom downtown, walking distance to good coffee and better food. I bought new furniture. Hung art on the walls. Made it mine. Some nights I sat on my balcony with a beer and watched the city move below me. I thought about my family sometimes. Not with longing, not with regret, just acknowledgement that they existed somewhere, doing whatever people like that do. My mother probably told everyone I had abandoned them, that I had overreacted, that I was cruel. My father probably nodded along, too proud to admit they had chosen sides. Wesley probably convinced himself he was the victim. Colette probably told the baby some sanitized version where daddy left before she was born. Let them. I did not lose a family. I surgically removed a cancer. And the crazy thing, I am not angry anymore. I am not bitter. I am not even sad. I am just done. I wake up every morning in an apartment that is mine. I go to work I am good at. I see people who actually respect me. I live a life that does not require pretending. No more inside jokes I am not part of. No more wondering why my wife's phone is face down. No more playing the fool while everyone smiles to my face. I am free. And they are still stuck in that restaurant waiting for me to come back and tell them it is okay. I never will, because it is not okay. And I do not owe them the comfort of pretending it is. Last week I got a letter hand delivered to my office. My assistant brought it in, confused about who dropped it off. My mother is handwriting. I did not open it. I dropped it in the shredder, watched it disappear into strips. Then I went back to work. That is the thing about closure. You do not need their permission to move on. You just move on and you never look back. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you really like our videos, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.